Harris, and I am doing the astrological reading for July for Taurus the Bull. And I want to tell you that I totally recorded this video and it kept cutting me off. So now I already have the cards kind of laid out, but I'm kind of going to recap what was said, okay? So I did a daily spread, which is normally supposed to be 5 cards, but I had like a whole bunch of cards that came out, so I had to just take those and go with it, okay? But the first part was like, it talked about work in the first sector, home, the unexpected, your role, and then the outcome, right? So in the work sector for Taurus the Bull for July 2017, and just so you guys know, I already prayed over the cards and asked for divine guidance and protection in this space, only revealing messages that's for your highest good, okay? But I'm happy that started over because it was so much and I was trying to figure out what was going on. It wasn't like 1 or 2 cards to make me understand. I had to like pull a lot to make me understand it. So it was a situation in your work life that you were unsure of what to do about. So you're trying to balance something out. Some of you may have quit a job. Maybe some of you thinking about quitting a job, or something's not going right and you just felt like your hands were tied because you have the 2 of Pentacles. You're trying to balance stuff out and try to figure something out, okay? Then you got the 2 of Swords, where it's like you feel like your hands were tied, like you're blindfolded and you don't know what to do in the situation, okay? And it kept saying a message is going to come through and you're going to be able to make up your mind on what to do, and you have to take swift action. And you're going to have to do this in order to reach the goal or whatever it is that you're trying to reach, okay? Okay, so Ace of Pentacles to make your finances better than they were before, all right? So then when I went over to the home sector, it was like the first one that came out was the High Priestess, and she was reversed, like she's upside down. So like this is how she normally looks, and it's showing like water. The water at the bottom represents like your emotional state, and you're stressed out about whatever is happening at home also, but it shows that you're rising above your problems and looking up to the divine. So her head is tilted back. She has a blindfold on. So she does not know what she's going to do about a situation, but she's giving it over to God, the higher source, to try to help her work through this. And just because it's a her does not necessarily mean it's a her, it's an energy. It's like a feminine energy, which is surrendering, not trying to like use force, but it's like surrendering to what the universe is trying to like offer you. Because what it feels like, and we did not have any tower cards, but it felt like a tower moment occurred where stuff went awire in like your work and your home situation and your relationship, but I haven't got to that yet, okay? So anyway, whatever's happening in your home situation, they're trying to let you know that it is going to work out, because you got the Ace of Cups. So it's like the Holy Grail, like everything is going to align just the way that it's supposed to, okay? Okay, so it's a message that is going to work out financially the way it's supposed to, financially, emotionally, every way. You're going to feel secure, and it's going to be a victory. So just knowing that should bring you some comfort, okay? So six of Wands, you're going to have victory in it. But then when I kept going, when it talked about the unexpected, it was also some kind of issue that happened in a relationship that you had that felt like a really good connection. You know what I'm saying? It's like the 2 of Cups. I'm sorry, I said 2 of Cups. The Queen of Cups and a King of Cups. So it's like it was a really good connection that you had with a person. But for whatever reason, that ended, okay? And it could have been with the Sagittarius, because we had Temperance card here, and Temperance that represents the Sagittarius, okay? But this card also represents patience. So it can also mean having patience and working through your emotional issue that, you know, the breakup or whatever happened. Have patience with working with yourself to get through what you need to get through. Now, on the part where it says your role, the first card that came out was Courage. But this also can represent a Leo, fire sign. So it could be like the astrological sign of the person that you were dating. But I really do think it means, like in the placement at the end, that you need to have the courage to work through this, because you also got the 5 of Swords. And what this is showing like you winning something, but you didn't win it with like integrity, because you don't see any flags in the background. Like you used the seat and you were like, you did some kind of scandalous stuff. You didn't do right in the situation. So that's why your relationship with this person that you were with, that you had a really good connection with, failed, because you didn't do things right. But it was supposed to fall, because they want you to cut through the mess and look at what you did and start looking at what you did. That's what the High Priestess is, praying to God and try to understand why things are working out the way they're working out. Is all depending on how you handled the situation. Did you handle it with grace and courage and step through and just, you know, do it the way you're supposed to do it, or did you handle it with like deceit? You just wanted to win a situation. Ask yourself that question, and then once you ask yourself the question and truthfully answer the question, you'll get the real answer, and it'll start a new beginning for you. You know what I'm saying? You cut through the mess and looking at your part. Because a lot of times when you're in a relationship, you're like, no, because he did that, she did this, and this didn't work out because this. Okay, well, what did you do? I'm also a counselor. That's why I always ask people, like, what was your part in it? I don't want to hear what their part is. I want to hear what you did in it to make it what it was. So it's like looking at yourself to try to understand what you could have done differently, because nobody's perfect, and there's always something different you can do to make the results different. So a lot of times it's like a lesson that the universe is trying to teach you about how you operate on a daily basis, and learning how to do things from a space of honesty, integrity, and just like a place from the heart where you're doing it right, not doing it for gain, not doing it for material gain, not doing it for your ego, to stroke your ego. You're doing it from a place of love, okay? I want you to kind of check yourself with that. Okay, so then what you got was the outcome. This is how you felt, like Four of Pentacles, like, oh, I lost everything. So you're trying to hold on to everything too tight. But if you had to maybe not use this method, being deceitful to try to win in certain situations, you may not have felt later this way. Because whenever energy is energy, and some energy is like lower energy and some energy is higher energy. But when you use deceit to try to win, you may have won the battle, but you did not win in the end. And in the end, you feel like, I lost something. What you did, you lost your relationship, you're struggling with your job, you're worried about your kids because you didn't use integrity. And it's really called karma. Like I tell everybody, right now is the time of cause and effect. So anything that you put out in the universe, all that stuff is being returned to you. So if you put out positive thing, all the positives should be coming back to you. But if you put out negative thing, all those negative things are coming back to you. So to show you, something, is to teach you a lesson. But what I'm trying to say is, in your outcome, you have the opportunity to be abundant in love and finances and your home situation, and Nine of Cups to have just a happy situation. But you have to change the way you're doing things. So this is your opportunity to do that, okay? So then what I did was I pulled a few cards from the my Moonology deck, okay? And it was saying that this is a time for healing. And that's how I knew that when I pulled these King and Queen of Cups, that it was something regarding a relationship that you had lost, and it's really affecting you negatively, and your ego was probably at play here, and that's what's causing more stress, and it's affecting other areas of your life, like your work and your home with your children, okay? But you need to heal, okay? And then the other card that I got was, I'm trying to see in the order that it came out, it was saying, don't let your pride get in your way. So that kind of goes in line with your role. We have the Leo here, using courage and integrity to get through what you need to get through. Looking at the situation, acknowledging what you did wrong. See how it's a lion here and it's lying here? Using integrity and courage to understand. Like, it's hard for you to look at yourself and say, okay, I did this wrong and I was wrong and I admit it and I apologize. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that, but that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do to help heal yourself, to get past, so you can cut through the mess and start a new beginning for yourself. So all the dreams that you had, they will be achieved, just not through the methods that you were using to try to achieve them. You have to go within yourself, High Priestess, connect with the divine, and find out a different way to go about achieving your goals, but with a sense of integrity, where it benefits everybody and not just you. It's not about winning, like I'm better than you because I got this. No, it's about tapping into your abundance through love and through the divine guidance, okay? So what they say is have faith in your dreams. So whatever it is that you want, your outcome with the Ten of Pentacles, all that money and all this happiness, you will get it. It will come. It will come. But the means of getting it has to change. Like how you go about doing things have to change. Okay, so besides changing your stance on things and doing it from a place of integrity, they also want you to write up a practical plan, because now you starting from, like, you had a tower moment, so you're starting at the ground level, so you're building now a more solid foundation. So write down your plan. I find when you write stuff down, it like makes it real. So you start writing down exactly what you want. First write what you want, and then start writing how you want to go about doing it, okay? But just remember, when you start going about doing it, make sure the people that you deal with, because nothing occurs in a vacuum. Everything you do, it involves other people. However you go about doing it, how you're going to master this plan is you doing it with integrity, and you're doing it with like courage. Okay, you're not going to let pride get in your way this time. You're not going to be, oh, I'm the man, this is this, and blah, 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 and I don't need this person, I don't need that person, and this his fault or it's her fault that this happened. No. You know what I'm saying? You got to change how you were doing it. That's why it didn't work. But they want you to be bold and make the first move. I actually think that this card falls in line with healing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if, sometimes it's hard when you're going through healing because it's an emotional time. You're crying, you feel like sad, but that's like a release, and that's just important. But you need to take that step and start to heal yourself in order for you to reach your dream. Okay. So now with that said, you can do this by meditation and contemplation, praying, like we said with the high priestess, trying to understand, where you need to go, what your next move need to be. Okay. But then once you look at the whole picture, the big picture, the whole thing, like your part, what you did wrong, what you feel like your partner did wrong, what you felt that you could have done differently, and all that. And that's going to help you reach a resolution. You're going to understand why it happened that way. You're going to understand what you need to do next in order to make it better. Okay? So once you do your healing and you get to that point where you are ready to start over and build a more solid foundation, that's showing that you in that cycle. You're going to be done with that cycle, and you're going to start new, and you're going to get really close to achieving your goal. Okay. Now I'm going to get some messages from your angels. Let me see what your angels, Taurus, want you to know for July 2019. I hope I didn't say 2017. For some reason I keep saying 2017. So I kind of think the reason I say that, because like the things that happened in the last 2 years, that's what's affecting you. 2 years or more. Okay. So from 2017 up until this point. But angels and spirit guides, my highest good, please come in for Taurus and let them know, give us clarity on these cards that we have laid out for them concerning their relationships, the work, and then the next step for them in their healing process. What do you want Taurus the bull to know in regards to the spread here? Thank you for light. Oh, thank you for light and love. Okay. They said, okay, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. So it kind of goes in line with having faith in your dreams. So whatever it is that you want, you will get. It just didn't happen the way you thought it was going to happen, and when you thought it was going to happen, who you thought it was going to happen with. So don't be discouraged. It will happen. Look, and then you have Shontell. Let me show you this card real good, then I got to read it. Shontell says a new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through the ignition of passion in your existing relationship. So be open to giving and receiving love. So you are going to receive new love once you work through your emotional issues that you had with the past lover. Okay, so just have patience with yourself, and you will receive this new love coming in soon. Okay. Then you got Ariel. It says, I'm going to show you Ariel first. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. So that goes along with meditation and contemplating as you work through your healing process. And then the high priestess, which is a major arcana, where she's connecting with divine to rise above her emotional problems. To the water here, she's rising above it and looking to divine for guidance. She got a blindfold on, so she don't really know what's going to happen, but trust it in the universe that things are working out just the way they should work out. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me get like a few more cards for y'all to clarify. No, I want to do abundance card. I'm going to do abundance because it is for Taurus the bull. Can you clarify with their money situation work out for them, at home and work? What does they need to do for everything to align besides meditate to the divine? Look at the situation for what it was. What is it, Taurus the bull? Okay. So you guys deserve the best is what they say. So a new romance is coming your way, but you guys just got to heal from this old situation. Don't let pride get in the way. Don't be saying, oh, what somebody did to hurt you and what they should have did or how it should have been done. No, look at what you did wrong and change that, because you can't change everybody else, but you can change yourself. Like Michael Jackson say, start with the man in the mirror. Okay, so it says, stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset, like we just said. Okay, stay positive about this working out, because it is working out. Okay, now you also got to be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. So be gentle with yourself as you go through this recovery process, looking at your role in it, the other person's role in it, and healing from it, okay? Then you got, let yourself feel all of your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. So feeling those emotions are also giving you the answer that you seek, so you can know how to rebuild, where to start, you know, just where to go. So it also says natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive, lovable inside and out. Because again, loving on yourself. Loving on yourself. And the last card we have is life-changing epiphany or experience. It's time for a big and blessed change for you. God is supporting you each step of the way. So what it is you're looking for is about to happen, but you got to look at the bigger picture in order to get the win-win. And you got to start working on yourself and healing all those things in you in order for you to achieve your goal, okay? Okay, let me just pull, you know what, I'm going to pull one of these cards. Just one card from here to give you your final message, and then I'll sign off, okay? Okay, shuffle through. Give me one message for Taurus the Bull for July 2019, not 17. What do you want Taurus the Bull to know that wraps up this whole reading for them? In Jesus' name. What do you want Taurus the Bull to know? It says, I connect with heaven. Look at the picture. Today, I turn inwards and connect with the heaven within. From this place of peace, I can see that a situation I have resented is actually an ideal opportunity to work on my inner self. I understand that such experiences are necessary for my growth. Thus, I accept such situations and now live each day in serenity. Okay, so that kind of like self-explanatory. Work through whatever it is that you were going through. You had your tower moment on purpose for you to rebuild in this time when you build it to come from a place of integrity, using courage and not trying to find an easy route out, okay? And then you'll get what you were looking for in terms of a relationship, whether it's new romance or like reigniting something old, and your work and your home life will start to work out for you. All right, that's what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you for watching.